Good afternoon and welcome to Solent Sports News. It's 12 o'clock and I'm Linus Harrington. Our top story, the Britain's most decorated Olympian is facing heavy allegations of cheating. Latest reports from the Digital Culture, Media and Sport Committee accuse cyclist Sir Bradley Wiggins and Team Sky General Manager Dave Brailsford of abusing an ethical loophole to use drugs for performance-enhancing methods instead of medical. Damien Collins, who chaired the inquiry, says there needs to be stricter regulations on permitted medicines in sport.
What we're saying is there's a question about the ethics of the use of medicines within sport, and one of the recommendations we make in the report is to say, actually, this shouldn't be a matter of judgment. If there are medicines which don't need to be taken, where there are clear performance-enhancing benefits from them, then we think those medicines should be banned.
Bradley Wiggins has taken to Twitter to deny the allegations, and speaking in December, Brailsford said he and his team have nothing to hide.
There was no question whatsoever of trying to cover up. It was just simply what I was being told, and I was too hasty in relaying that information on.
Southampton striker Manolo Gabbiadini has paid tribute to former teammate Davide Astori, who passed away at the weekend aged 31. The Fiorentina captain and Italian international was found dead in his hotel room after what the club have described as a sudden illness. Gabbiadini posted a picture of himself and Astori alongside Italian legends Gianluigi Buffon with the message, "Goodbye Davide, rest in peace." Meanwhile, Southampton have fallen deeper into the mire after a goalless draw at home to fellow strugglers Stoke. The result means the Saints are now only 1 point above the drop zone, but a win for Crystal Palace this evening would see them fall into the relegation places. Loud boos rang out around the ground at the final whistle, and fans leaving St Mary's were visibly disappointed.
Players have to take some responsibility, but the major responsibility lies upstairs, up there.
Change your manager, change your tactics. If it's clearly broken, you know, the phrase is if it's not broke, don't fix it. But it is broken, fix it.
Toxic club now, it is toxic, the atmosphere's toxic. The fans don't deserve this at all, we don't deserve it. The board seriously needs to sack him because Pellegrino is out of his depth here. He hasn't got a clue what he's doing anymore.
Elsewhere in the Premier League, Bournemouth drew 1-1 with Leicester City. Riyad Mahrez curled home a sensational 25-yard free kick deep into injury time, cancelling out Joshua King's first half penalty. Bournemouth are 11th in the Premier League table. Whilst Premier League sides were able to take to the field at the weekend, for the rest of the Solent teams, it was a no-go thanks to the snow. The region was covered by the Arctic storm that swept across the south coast. However, it will be a quick turnaround for one team, as Gosport Borough take on Hereford tonight in a fixture already rescheduled from December. In tennis, there's a new number one in the British men's division. Kyle Edmund's run to the semi-finals of the Australian Open in January sees him rise to 24th in the world rankings. He overtakes Andy Murray, whose continuing absence through injury has seen the three-time champion drop to 29th. And finally, Hampshire's Roger Black has paid tribute to one of Britain's greatest athletes. Sir Roger Bannister, the first man to run a 4-minute mile, passed away on Saturday aged 88. Tributes have poured in from across the country from the likes of Sebastian Coe and Steve Cram. Black nearly quit athletics to study medicine at Southampton University, but recalls how a letter from Bannister convinced him to follow his dream.
I wasn't sure what to do, whether to leave or try and do both. He was the only person I could think of who could advise me. So I actually wrote to him. I'd never met him before, and he wrote me a handwritten note back and actually said, you know, in my day, old chap, it was very different. You know, it's a bit more serious now. But he encouraged me to follow my heart.
That's all from us for now. We'll be back in an hour. Remember, you can keep up to date on our website. That's solentjournalism.co.uk. We'll see you in an hour.